Class 10 English, A Tiger in the Zoo. Good morning, children, and welcome back to our session of teaching English language and literature for class 10. Today, I am showing you this picture. What is this a picture of? Where is the picture taken? What is the character in the picture doing? Try to empathize yourself. Put it into the shoes of the character you find here. How would you feel? What is your impression? Yes, my dear children, this is a tiger in the zoo. A Tiger in the Zoo is one of the most popular poems of Leslie Norris. Have you heard of Leslie Norris? Now, here is Leslie Norris. This is a man. If you want to know more about him, here it is. He was born on 21st May 1921 at United Kingdom, and he died on 6th April 2006 in the USA. He is a British writer, more particularly a Welsh writer, and he had his higher education from the University of Southampton. After his education, he taught at academic institutions in Britain and the USA, and he won a great number of awards for his literary works. So here we go to A Tiger in the Zoo. Now, before we really go into the poem, let us find some words associated with tiger. When I talk to you about tiger, what are the first words that come to your mind? Yes, definitely, a tiger is associated with forest or grassland. Yes, he is majestic. He is mighty. Yes, a tiger is a beautiful animal with beautiful stripes that camouflages with the grasses in the grassland where he hides, where he seeks his prey. And when he's seeking his prey, we see the fierce nature in him. A tiger is a beautiful animal. At the same time, the tiger is also a ferocious animal. Now, what do you think is this? A tiger wearing beautiful stripes. He is in the forest. He is a mighty, powerful ruler of the forest. He is majestic. He is royal. He is a king in his own right, though uncrowned. A tiger is not afraid of anything. He is a fearless animal. And ferocious too when it wants. He can wear a fearless look, a majestic look, and at the same time, he could be a ferocious animal. Now we have to think of another list of words associated with zoo. When I talk of zoo, what comes to your mind? What are the words and images that come to your mind when you talk of a zoo? Bondage. Bondage. You're bound. You're not able to move. You're not free. Then, in the zoo, there are animals, definitely animals in the zoo, not humans. Animals cannot be treated like human beings. People give a different kind of treatment to animals. So you know the difference between an animal and a human being. And cage. Cages. Cages is a picture, an image of the zoo. And another word which is related to cage is depression. D-E-P-R-E-S-S-I-O-N, depression. There's a spelling error here. So, if you are in bondage, if you are treated like an animal, if you are in a cage, you are likely to undergo depression. In a zoo, in a cage, there are tears. If animals could shed tears, surely they would shed tears. And if animals have emotions, yes, they are full of anger. And animals are associated with violence. They are bloody. Now, let us try to speak a few sentences on this picture. What are your impressions on this picture? Each one of you can write out your expressions and send it through our WhatsApp group. What are you going to send? You are going to send a few sentences that expresses your emotion at seeing this picture. Next, let us go through the lines of the poem. We are not going to go into detail, but we are going through the lines. Let us read the lines and try to understand the lines and interpret the lines as it is written, as the words on the page. First, let us not look beyond the lines. Let us not look beyond the words on the page. So, what does the first stanza say? He stalks in his vivid stripes the few steps of his cage, on pads of velvet quiet in his quiet reach. He should be lurking in shadow, sliding through long grass near the waterhole where plump deer pass. He should be snarling around houses at the jungle's edge, baring its white fangs, his claws, terrorizing the village. But he's locked in a concrete cell, his strength behind the bars, stalking the length of his cage, ignoring visitors. He hears the last voice at night, the patrolling cars, and stares with his brilliant eyes at the brilliant stars. So now, children, what do we do about this poem? Let us find in these lines the character of a tiger, what a tiger should be doing. Let us also try to find things which is against the norms of the life of a tiger. Read the lines. He stalks in his vivid stripes. Stalks means walk about. He stalks in his vivid stripes the few steps of his cage, on pads of velvet quiet in his quiet rage. What are the lines associated with a tiger? And what are the lines that go against the life of a tiger, of an animal? Stalking in his vivid stripes. Taking steps in his cage. Stalking in his vivid stripes. It's like a tiger. Taking steps in his cage. It is unlike a tiger. On pads of velvet quiet. On pads of velvet quiet. What is velvet? Soft. There is quietness in his quiet rage. His rage, quiet rage. In the second stanza, he should be lurking in shadow. Lurking in shadow. It is like a tiger. Sliding through long grass. Near the water hole. Where plump deer pass. Sliding through long grass. Moving through the long grass. Near the water hole. Where is he going? He is going near the water hole. Through the long grass. For what reason? He is going to a place where the plump deers pass. So what could be the reason behind his moving towards the water hole? Then go to the third stanza. He should be snarling around houses. The tiger should be snarling around houses at the jungle's edge. At the jungle's edge. At the place where the jungle ends and the villages begin. Baring his white fangs, his claws. He is opening his white fangs. His claws which is hidden in the soft velvety pose, terrorizing the village. So he is a terror figure. He terrorizes the villages. He terrorizes the village. The entire village is shaking with fear when the tigers come. But he's locked in concrete cell, his strength behind the bars, stalking the length of his cage, ignoring visitors. But he's locked in concrete cell. He's locked in concrete cell. It is not like a tiger. His strength behind the bars. Once again, it is not like a tiger. His strength should be in the open air, in the jungle. It should not be confined behind the bars, stalking the length of his cage. What do you think of this line? Stalking the length of his cage. Should he be there? Should he be there stalking the length of his cage? Or he should be stalking the length of the entire jungle? Ignoring visitors. Why is he ignoring the visitors? He hears the last voice at night. Voice, the patrolling cars. He hears cars, he hears voices. He doesn't hear the howling of a wolf, of a lion roaring, but he hears a voice of patrolling cars and stares with his brilliant eyes at the brilliant stars. So, these are the different stanzas which tells you and gives you the picture of a tiger in a cage. And we have seen at a glance the lines, the images, which is befitting of a tiger, and images that does not befit a tiger. So children, as of now, as of today, we have seen the words on the page and you have analyzed the poem, you have interpreted the poem and seen the poem as it is. And in tomorrow's class, we are going to go into the detail of the poem, look into the images and give more critical analysis. So please go through the lines once again, go through the words. If there is any difficult word, consult a dictionary, find the meaning, and be prepared for the next class. So, thank you for now. Good day.